hit on his first 8 with 281 yards, 3 touchdowns, and did not throw an interception. And the respect and the handshakes from Baker Mayfield that he was not able to receive at the start of the game for the coin flip by not being one of the captains for today's game.
That's all she wrote, baby. That's all she wrote, baby. Game. On to 47. 47 conference championships, baby. TCU's next again. What a game. Hold on, I want to hear the end of this real quick.
Unbelievable. You know, it's one thing, you know, to be on the outside looking in. You know, I had the support of all these fans here and all my teammates and coaches. I mean, unbelievable. And they got me through the week, and getting out here, like you said, it just helped.
It was chippy early on, a lot of pushing and shoving. You were kind of in a different role, getting everyone, be the peacekeeper, if you will. You think this is part of maybe kind of learning from mistakes?
It is, but also we knew exactly what was going to happen playing West Virginia. It's always chippy with them. I mean, you look at the past couple of years, there's been stuff before the game during warm-ups. We knew that. It's just the fact that we had one case where we didn't, you know, keep our cool and be the better person. But yeah, for me, it's about learning and growing. And you know, I'm a 22-year-old kid, and if I learn along the way and people get to watch me grow, I'm fine with that.
And moving forward, now you get the Big 12 championship, first time in years you go play in that game. What are your thoughts on playing TCU again?
It's a great challenge. You know, obviously Coach Patterson always has them ready to go, and always playing somebody twice is hard. And you know, it being that, you know, that close together, it'll be a good challenge for us. But that's what we wanted.
Thanks, man. Good luck.
All right, just had to hear one of the greatest quarterbacks in college football history speak real quick. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. Baker Mayfield finished his senior season in the regular season, the only player in FBS history with 14,000 yards passing and 1,000 yards rushing. The only player, the only QB in college football history to do something like that. That game was awesome. Our offense obviously is unstoppable. I mean, we're like a freaking freight train. They could not stop us. Oklahoma can score at will on anybody. I don't care what defense you put up there. We could stop. We could literally score on anybody. Line them up, and we're going to score on them. I promise you that. Alabama went down today. Who else went down today? Iowa State choked. An easy game to K-State. So, I mean, that hurts us a little bit, but not really. I couldn't believe they lost that game. Miami went down to Pittsburgh the other night. Like I said, Miami is still Miami. You haven't played anybody. Notre Dame was overrated, which we found out early. And I think Clemson's probably going to win tonight. I hope they lose to South Carolina, but South Carolina's not that good. So it's looking like Clemson's probably going to be number 1 and we'll be number 2. So at least we're moving up, even though the committee is trying hard to hold us at that number 4 spot. But they can't. They can't any longer. Got a few things to talk about. Kyler Murray starting the first possession gave us a glimpse into the future of what it's going to look like with him running our offense and running our team. And he went for 66 yards the first play, scored the second play with the touchdown. Absolutely awesome kid. Fast. I mean, he's like a water freaking bug. I mean, I cannot wait to see him in the offense next year. But this year, the offense is controlled by this man. Let me show y'all something. By this man right here. Baker freaking Mayfield. That's who runs this offense. That's who runs college football. That's who runs this team. The leader, the captain of our team. And I love how the players, Brown and them carried the jersey out and said, "This is our captain. He's our captain. No matter what happened, this is our captain. And no matter what everybody says, I guarantee you guys that any college team, any pro team would love to have a quarterback who's as feisty and competitive and headstrong as Baker Mayfield. Today, we've seen a whole complete different side of Baker Mayfield trying to, calm down the other players. And I think that talking to that he had from last week really got him to understand, hey, I got to reel it in. I got to reel it in. He's going to win the Heisman. I know his name's already etched in the Heisman right now. He's the greatest player in college football right now. Hands down. No ands and buts about it. Period, point blank. So the next game, you guys, on to TCU. Everybody knows it's hard to beat a team twice in 1 year. But this offense, it's unstoppable. It reminds me of when we were in the national championship, which still hurts, against Florida. And our offense was scoring 60 points on everybody we faced with Sam Bradford in there. But the difference between us and the team then is that our running game, we're running back by committee. Our running game, we're literally, we could plug anybody in, wide receivers. We're just better all around. And not to mention Baker Mayfield is more of a running threat than Sam Bradford ever was or ever will be. So do I think there's anybody out there who can beat Oklahoma this season? No. And I'm really excited to see what we do Saturday at noon, which I hate. Why is this game so early? Against TCU. And I can't wait to see who we're going to get matched up against in the college football playoffs. Great game. Like I said earlier, all around. Defense, a little sketchy in the beginning. Like I've said a million times before, I think this is going to be Mike Stoops last year. I don't see how Lincoln Riley can keep him. I don't see why he would want to keep him. I don't think it's our players so much as the schemes that Mike Stoops is calling. We have athleticism all over the field, and for whatever reason, we just cannot seem to get in position to make plays. Obo was able to make a play and get a turnover tonight, which was exciting, but there's no reason why he shouldn't be able to make a lot more than those guard and receivers running down the field, and instead of having him up in the 4 and making plays and pressuring the quarterback makes absolutely no sense to me. So like I said, Mike's gone, I think, at the end of the season. But I'm happy with the way the defense came out and played. We were able to put our second-string offense and defense in midway through the third quarter. Sooner fans, there's not a lot more for me to say other than get excited. This is our year. I don't care what nobody says. I've said it all year, and I don't say that. I do not take that for granted. This is our year. This is Oklahoma Sooners football year. I promise you guys, it's going down. It's going down in Normantown. You understand me? This man right here, he's the truth. He's going to take us all the way, y'all. All the way. Defense, offense, way to go out senior day. Last game in Norman, absolutely amazing. What can I say? Another thing, Samia, the offensive lineman that got kicked out of the game, that was bullcrap, and everybody knows that. That was some straight bullcrap. The dude was on top of him, punching him in the face, and as they're throwing the flag at Samia, he's in his face clapping his hands, riling him up, jumping around like an idiot. And the flag and Samia's ejected from the game. For what? Defending himself? Come on. The refs were terrible tonight. And I don't say that often because I actually think Big 12 refs are some of the best refs in all of college football. I've watched Big 10 games, SEC games, and their refs are atrocious. They are freaking terrible. And I actually think we have some of the best refs in all of college football. But tonight, was terrible, absolutely a joke, especially one of the pass interference calls towards the end of the game 5 minutes ago that they called. Terrible, 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 terrible. But like I said, I'm excited for next week. We come out and play TCU. I really think it's our year. I don't see anybody. I haven't seen anybody show me a defense turnover change. Stop it. I think they're going to get blasted by Clemson. So other than Clemson's defense, I really don't see a defense that can really hang with us. So I'm really excited this year. I think it's our year to take it home, y'all. Don't have much else to talk about. Boomer Sooner, love y'all. Stay tuned. Got a video for pre-game of TCU. Then I'll also have some coverage after that. And have some coverage when they're picking who we're going to play in the first round of the playoffs. That's it, y'all. Love y'all. Boomer Sooner.